I'm Todd from Apex Base. I'm excited today to show you some of the packing techniques that we've been using with the TL2. What it's going to do is these techniques are going to help us keep a real thin profile, which is one of the features on this rig. We're going to put the tail pocket in a slightly different place, which is going to allow us to have a two-fold system. We will be using the through loop. Let's take a look. All right, well, you probably recognize this. So we got our container open. We've already got our canopy packed. The lines are stowed in the tail pocket. I've already installed 2 pull-up cords. I got one on the bottom flap, and we are going to be using the through loop. So I've got this one attached to the through loop. Normally at this time, you'd grab your tail pocket and you'd aim for the bottom here. That works great. What we're going to do is we're going to change it up a little bit. For the TL2, we're going to grab the tail pocket. Let's get down here, kind of dress our risers as we're pulling them into the container. We'll get another opportunity to see these. And instead of going to the bottom down here, I'm going to actually flip the tail pocket over right now and get all of this over here. This is where we have a little more opportunity to do some stuff with our risers if we like. Yeah, they all look nice and orderly, no twists. Basically, I've put the tail pocket, the edge of the tail pocket, even with the through loop, and they can just rest right there. We're going to do our first fold down here by the BOC. So I find the bottom of the container. This is also a great opportunity to dress your nose. If you want to do anything fun and fancy with the nose, it's a great opportunity to do that. Here's your center cell nose. Okay, so let's make that first fold. Boom, boom. Right there. It's gonna be right on the edge of the container. And now we just have 2 layers. That first layer, second layer, we're not gonna put any more canopy back here. Up here we have this long area, which we're actually gonna split into 2 halves here. Sometimes I refer to that as a molar or rabbit ears even. We get the center cell kind of out of the way, and here's our pull-up cord that goes right up through the middle. I'll make my way to the bottom here, and I'm going to do kind of a halfway closing on the bottom, and then I'll squeeze it off. So I'm going to start with the bottom, but I'm not going to close it all the way. So left flap, right flap, start to get it closed, and then I can temp it off. What this does is, as I close the top, I'm not going to squeeze everything out the bottom. Okay? Now I'll reposition up here. Just again, split this open, get my pull-up cord, get a little tension on it, hold it off to the side there. And now these ears, we're going to put a fold in them. Some people fold them down, some fold them back, kind of whatever works for you. I like tucking them in from the top like so. Okay. We'll work our bridle. We want both pins. We want it coming out below the grommets here. So now the bridle's in position, and we can close the top. Get my pull-up cord through this top grommet. Then through the left, keeping the bridle below all that. And then the right side. Make sure the fabric stays out of the way, and close. Yep. So now with the top closed off, we'll kind of dress up a little bit on the bottom. Get that guy out of the way. Start closing it up. As I'm doing so, I will tuck in the bottomless corner. I like to go up the sidewall, get a little better coverage when it's up the sidewall. And then continue to close the bottom. Get the pin in there. And we get our pull-up cords out. Lay our bridle in there like so. And always a little dressing up. Kind of tuck stuff in. Get that riser cover in place. both sides. Yeah, there we go. This technique basically continues to give us a really narrow profile. We've got one layer coming off the tail pocket, does a turn, and then does a turn back. So we've got 2 layers through the whole thing rather than having 3 back here and only 1 up there. So either way, as the tail pocket comes off of your back, it has to turn 90 degrees. Typically it would be down here and it would lift up like so. Right now it's like that and it'll just lift up. So either way works really well. One of the nice things about this configuration is with wingsuit deployments. Since wingsuit deployment goes that way, the tail pocket's already laying in a perfect position and doesn't have to flip over. So it works well. Give it a try if you've got your TL2, and we'll talk to you soon. I hope that information was helpful on some of the techniques we've been using on the TL2, keeping that slim profile. If you have any questions for us, don't hesitate to reach out to us at apexbase.com. We're always available by phone and email. We'll see you at the exit point.